We are live. Hello, everybody. Jeff here from VW Bricks. Matt should be joining us. I am expecting Rants tonight, so David Sincere should be joining us, hopefully. But they're not here yet, so hopefully they show up. I am building different stuff than last week because I got into a bit of a rut last week. But I am feeling inspired to build some stuff, and we'll get into that in a little bit. I have a beard. It's probably gone by tomorrow or the day after. I was just growing it for the fun of it. So yeah, that's what's different. And apparently I'm getting the pointy hair part too, so this has to get cut soon. But anyway, that's a totally different story. Welcome, everybody. A couple of people watching already, which is great. March 12th, I've added a date now to our banner up top. Just because I was like, hey, I can put a date in there fairly easily. So March 12th, 2025. Technically, between this week and next week being the 19th, would have been the first actual chat 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago, 2021, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish. I do have green here, but I'm not Irish. So I decided to go stream for my first time. So episode 1 of the weekly Canadian Brick Builders chat happened 4 years ago this week. And I know we celebrated 206 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm just sharing with you. Running still on my phone. Hotspot. I do have internet, but it's like less than 5 megs a second right now. It came back sometime in the last couple hours. And as far as I know, let me just double check. I'm going to mute for. It's still working. Yay, because it didn't complain. And now it's going to say something to me probably because it doesn't know what I'm saying. No, it didn't. I just did the hey G word and it didn't complain. So I still have internet. I can't tell on my computer because I'm connected to my hotspot. So I can't connect to that because I lose signal and all that stuff and stuff. And hey, look who it is. Someone who's watching a hockey game.
Yes, I am. I can't record this one because it's on a channel that I can't record. So Detroit's up 4-2, yay, over Buffalo, and hopefully David joins because I'm wearing one of my new hats. Apparently, this is like an old school Montreal Canadiens logo, but instead of the blue maple leaf, it's got like a green leaf and a C for Le Habitant.
There you
go. He would probably get a kick out of it. So.
Yeah, if it was a blue maple leaf, it would be the Toronto Maple Leafs probably too. So that's probably why they didn't go with blue. So yeah. Hey Matt, how's it going?
It's going.
That's not a very valid question these days. I realize that, and my apologies on that one.
As we've joked about in the chat, it seems like every day it's like. Captain Picard damage report, but trying to set that aside. I am building a Lego set. Mentioned this on Old Gray Bricks, but I've started working on the Endurance, which is pretty cool. And awesome. I very much enjoyed building the Titanic. And so I got this when it came out and I finally cracked it open. So I'm on bag 6. So that's coming along and it's nice to be building. It's been a rough bit here. So between the politics and then like two people that I enjoy online both passed away in the last like 2 weeks. So it's been a moment. So, but I am starting to think about Lego conventions for the summer, and I'm kicking around maybe going to Brick Fair, Virginia. So we'll see. I need to at some point make a decision if I'm going to register and make that kind of trip. I want to take the Mosaic to Brick Fair, Virginia before I retire it, and I want to take it out west to either Seattle or Portland. And I don't think Portland's really going to happen this year. So Brick Fair, Virginia is like the last week of my summer break before I start back teaching. So trying to figure out summer plans. I know you're planning to go to Billund, so
yeah, I've got 2 conventions in Billund this summer. So the rest of this year. Yeah, Brickabeni in August.
Right.
Billund in September, which I'm going to be planning probably this weekend.
Okay.
And then Bricks and the Sixes in November. So, so my cough is mostly gone. As I say, it's a slight tickle now. Only when I'm talking a lot, but
your voice sounds better than last time. So
yeah. I'm feeling a lot better. I just needed time. My cough just, it just sits there for months or weeks and say levy. So okay. Most important question of the day: did you order Lego bricks and pieces standard parts?
Yeah.
You did not. Okay. Neither did I. I was tempted to, but I'm working on a project. I'm going to be ordering parts for that. But that's some of the big news today is that us Americans and by that I mean North Americans, not American. Us North Americans can now order bricks and pieces again from Denmark with a current 28-day turnaround. We'll see how that goes, but I'm not sure if it's 28 business
am I
days.
correct in remembering that they haven't released any of the new parts for 2025 yet? So
That is correct.
It's still like the new parts from late 2024. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll wait for there to be a GW piece where I can place an order and.
Yeah, but for standard orders that doesn't apply anymore.
Oh, that's
right.
Darn it.
Yeah, like because that flower bouquet is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's a good-looking bouquet, but excuse me. But yeah, it's it's 28 business day, by the way.
Yeah, the new Van Gogh set is one that I'm interested in, but I'll probably time the purchase of that with something where I get a GWP. So
yeah. This week I placed an order. I bought Lego this week for my kid because my son and his girlfriend are now 18, 19, and he's got a little bit of disposable income because he worked through the summer and he's off during the winter. So he's got a little bit of income coming in. Hello. So he's like, Dad, can I order some Lego? And I'm like, yeah, sure, because I want to get this sent to me because I redeemed this a few. I used my points to get this guy. So I got some Lego this week, but I didn't buy any Lego. So speaking of people who bought Lego this week,
I bought Lego this week.
I don't know. I was just seeing if we could hear you.
Oh, apparently.
Well, I did get my order from.
He got
Burkina.
Lego this week.
He received the Lego this week.
Yeah,
I received Lego.
That's fair enough.
My second Bricklink order since more than a year.
Just out of curiosity, Jeff,
so I'm opening it right now.
Has your Bricklink store been slow? Because mine's been extremely slow.
Mine has been slow. I opened up again on Sunday last week. I think it was Sunday or Monday because I had internet at that point. I've done some orders. I've probably done about 8 or 9 orders, but I'm selling a lot of instructions and parts. So it's like a lot of the older instructions. I was closed for like a month, so that sometimes happens when I open up. People do suddenly, it's like, oh, he's open, let's go. Because I seem to be a good, I don't know if I'm one of the larger instruction resellers, but a lot of people come to my store for the instructions because I have a wide variety. So, and in the near future, if any of my friends, and this is just me putting it out there, if any of my friends wants to get rid of some of their instructions, let me know. We can work something out. Because that selling instructions also sells parts, and that clears out some of the parts I have, right? So, speaking of parts, dark orange or the dark red, dark orange, orangey red. You know what I mean? Reddish orange.
What?
Jeez.
Those are all
red orange. Yeah.
They're like Technic cube square.
Yeah, those are they're the connectors for all the space sets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Dave's obviously planning to build some more moon base or monorail or space habitats.
Are those the white corners? Are the corner pieces?
Yep.
Your resolution is not very good today, David. I don't know if that's just the camera.
Yeah, your quality is pretty low, Dave.
Usually you're crisper in the screen, but today you're kind of blurry.
Yeah, I think my it says that my Wi-Fi connection is unstable, but
because Jeff looks pretty sharp.
Surprising because
Sorry, guys.
We're just letting you know. If
I get that sometimes too.
If we ask for clarification what you're holding up to the screen, that's why.
Yeah. No, it's in and out. I mean, it gets blurry a little bit sometimes. If you stay still, it gets clear, but then we're not sure if you're actually, still broadcasting or if you're frozen like that. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's just hazy in his basement.
Yeah, it could be. It could be the purple haze from. No, not purple, but.
Is that legal in Canada? Purple haze?
I don't even know what generates purple haze, so I couldn't tell you.
Purple haze. Purple
I just remember the song. So, but yeah. So good. Yeah. So we had. Figures. I think just because I'm talking a lot.
You need a cough drop.
I have one. Excuse me for showing my teeth.
That'll help.
Friends.
That'll help keep your throat a little bit coated, or even some honey. We'll let you run upstairs, get some honey.
I have one.
Okay.
Fisherman's friend. And I don't have honey. I have a pot of honey in the house, but it's like one of those, goops of dried honey. So, anyway. I just put it in my mouth as I was coughing, so that's why it's going to take a few minutes to.
I'm excited about the news. I don't know how much of the Lord of the Rings sets is official, so we can talk about it or not. But the leaked, whatever is out there, I'm jazzed because I have bought every single Lord of the Rings set when the movies came out, the Lego sets, and I've bought the 2 big sets that have come out recently. I'm probably not going to get the Hobbit one because I have the one that came out years ago. But I'm excited about the images of the battle pack, so I'm very, very excited about it.
If it was the image you shared earlier to the Chris and myself and a few other people, there's another Facebook chat. I think that's back from when we were on the way to BrickCon. But anyways, I was looking back at that guy who posted them, and it seems like he's been using that same images for a while. So I don't know how official those images are.
Okay.
And by for a while, I mean at least like out of his first 10 to 15 posts, most of them had those images in it. So I haven't seen them anywhere else. So I wonder how authentic those ones are. But that being said, who knows, right? So, so yeah.
Is David frozen or is he just holding really still?
Or sleepy? He looks
holding
sleepy.
very still.
We're putting him to sleep as we had a joke on our chat this morning that my sister's like, she's like, she hasn't had time to watch our shows because I was complaining about my internet this morning. And she's like, oh, what's happening? And it's like, you don't watch our shows? And she's like, well, I don't like falling asleep or something like that.
No, she said she had trouble sleeping and she didn't watch the show. And she said, well, maybe I should watch it.
To fall asleep, yeah.
I thought she said that she missed Dave singing and that he was gone too much. So
yeah, she's missed Dave. That's pretty much what it is. So, wait, Dave, you've never met her, right?
Because we're like I said, we're like pizza.
Yes.
We're all dressed and cheesy, and we'll feel good in the morning.
The one I do have to ask is all dressed. What do you mean by that?
Well,
like we're wearing
like pizza is all dress?
Or a bunch of different flavors, a bunch of different ingredients.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
I took all dressed.
We have a Quebecois, we have a typical Canadian, and we have an American. So
really
fair enough. Okay. Yeah.
What's on the Quebecois? What's on the Quebecois?
Well, usually you add bacon.
Okay. So it's like pepperoni.
It's like an all dress, but with bacon.
Okay.
So a supreme with bacon? Because we don't have a pizza. There isn't a flavor of pizza called all dressed, right? We have chips that are all dressed, which are really good. But anyway, I said in Ontario, right?
Yes,
you did.
Okay, I was just making sure I didn't say in Canada because I've done that a few times when talking about Quebec.
Circling back for a second, you mentioned that your son had an interest in purchasing some Lego. Does he have a favorite theme or area your son?
Ever since he was in kindergarten, and he was asked one day, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And his answer was Batman.
Okay.
He bought. This is now his second purchase for himself.
Okay.
The first set he bought was the Batman Mosaic of Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
So he spent like $300-400, whatever the cost was on that, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. He built it. He's hung it in his room in his mom's house. And this time he bought the Marvel logo, and again I'm like, okay, because that one doesn't appeal to me, but he likes the idea of the logos and the stuff. So
Cool.
there we go.
That's the great thing about Lego is, you know, that there's so many products that appeal to all these different fan bases, and there's definitely sets that come out that I have, like the Mario, zero interest personally, but hey,
Yeah.
there's a whole fan base for that,
Oh
and
yeah,
for
exactly.
Mario
Yeah.
fans, awesome.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, Lord of the Rings, kind of the same for me. I like the characters, but I've watched the movies. I've never watched The Hobbit.
It's because of the castles.
Yeah, I would get it for the castle parts, and for the
Castle fan.
figures. But I don't really have like Bag's End. Not really something I'm going to choose to purchase necessarily. There are a few new pieces in there that New Elementary's honed in on, so we'll talk about that too. And there's helicopters coming out in this new wave of sets. I know, hence the title. And of course, the annual results. So we've got lots to rant about. Not even talking about political stuff, which we probably won't. But you know, there's lots to rant about. And we've got new animations for rant.
And we have stuff that we cannot talk about anymore.
That is true.
Oh, the secret. We can't talk about Fight Club. Can't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah. The thing that we were able to talk about up until a couple of weeks ago, as far as everybody understood, but now Lego has come down and said you can't talk about it. Now, here's a question. I haven't registered, I haven't paid my dues for my lug this year. I haven't participated in that program this year. I technically don't really consider myself a part of the lug anymore because I don't intend to go do any of those things. Can I talk about it?
Yeah. I mean,
well, there's nothing preventing you from talking about it because
you can talk about Fight Club.
It's the club that's supposed to enforce this new rule.
Yeah.
And since you're not a member of a club, there's no consequences.
They can't cancel the order you never placed.
I'm posting something in chat because, well, we only got 3 people watching, so maybe that's. Oh, that's right. One of our members that usually watches live is in France right now, and apparently didn't want to wake up at 2 a.m. to come watch our stream. Fine,
Paul.
So I'm not sure who else is around, but if anybody's in chat, come pop in, say hi, so we know who's watching. So yeah. So what have you guys been doing? Dave, what have you been tinkering with this week? Anything?
Well, I did finish my Blacktron Renegade.
Awesome.
I did like I did swap some yellow for black pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them, because I do like yellow accents. I think Blacktron should have some yellow, especially Blacktron 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I did swap like not most, but many of the yellow parts.
Cool. I'm just doing a quick speed test on my cell phone. Yeah, that looks good, black. I'll agree.
So like I said, I didn't remove all the yellow, but I did remove some larger parts. Like in the cockpit, I think it deserves like a more black outfit.
It looks like
I think
it looks like
part,
stealth.
That middle part
looks like Stealthtron.
Yeah, but that did cost me to put some more yellow on the truck. So the truck is more yellow than I wish it would be. So
so you just didn't have the parts for converting it?
Well, these parts, the parts right here, the slopes, the inverted slopes, they're kind of hard to find. They're really, really hard to find.
On Bricklink.
On Bricklink, and since the Pick a Brick Online wasn't they weren't available on the Pick a Brick Online and the bestseller option. So
are they in black? Are the
the inverted 1x2, like with the step, the inverted slope.
Oh, those. That's the new piece.
Those.
Got it.
That's the new piece, and it comes in black only in the Renegade and I think one other set, and that came out this year. So it's pretty hard. It's a hard piece to find, and so I didn't have I didn't have the
Mr. Sensier, you are incorrect.
Yes.
17 sets. It comes in black and 17
the black
sets.
One?
Yeah, black. Hold on, sorry, I just realized it's hard to see. Let me change that view. Black.
Black.
There's 12 of them. They comes in bulk in that set.
But you're using most of them on the, like, just for the truck you need like 8 of them.
Yeah, I agree. It's because they haven't been easily able to buy from Bricks and Pieces.
And if you look at all these sets, they're all sets that came out either in 2024 or I don't think there's any 2023 sets in there.
They are available on best or as standard now.
Yeah, on standard, but they weren't available on bestsellers. So
yeah, agreed. Because we don't live in Europe.
Yeah.
So okay.
So yeah, I didn't swap those. So, and I still don't have like access to my full collection. I did find my bit of black, so I was able to swap a few pieces that I didn't order on Bricklink, but yeah, I don't have access to my full collection right now, so
sorry, Dave.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Gotcha. So how's the game going, Matt? Is it halftime or wait? Is it the intermission? Sorry.
Second intermission. Detroit's up 4-3, and honestly, they're outplaying Buffalo. I think pretty significantly. But
well, Buffalo is like the
they beat the Oilers. They just beat the Oilers.
Well, they just traded Cousins for like
they did what to their Cousins?
So
sorry, they did what to their cousin?
They traded one of their like best centers to Ottawa for like rookies and stuff, but it was a bad trade.
Cousins is the last name. Okay.
Cousins is his last name.
Yeah, I figured that. But
this is one of my newer additions. Apparently, they sold this as a Montreal Canadien hat, but I don't remember them ever having the green leaf. Is this like a really, really old Canadian logo?
I would have to. I think the C is an old logo.
Okay,
but I don't remember the C on a green leaf.
Yeah, it was new to me, so I thought it was cool. I like hats that are different, that don't look like the standard logo, so I went ahead and got it. And
the things I do,
I know it's amazing.
Oh, you look at that first image, Jeff.
Yeah, right there. That
first image, Jeff.
1910.
Yep. So the little green, green with the C. Yeah, that's legit. Okay.
Yeah, it was more than 100 years ago, but it's legit.
It's
105 years ago.
It's funny though because this was 1909, 1910, 1911, 1912, 13, and then 17. They finally. That's just kind of funny. It's basically they had a new logo.
It can also double as a Christmas hat. C for Christmas.
Yeah.
Eddie Green. It's very holiday.
I guess technically, if you don't know what a pot leaf looks like. Maybe you
I
can
don't
maybe
think
wear it on.
I don't think La Habitant were early advocates for pot legalization. So.
No, but you can wear it on 420 and maybe get away with it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that I know what 420 is.
No, but you know people who know about it.
Sure, yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, I've never partaken in it.
I did not inhale, said President Clinton.
You said you didn't have it. You didn't have sexual relations with that woman. Also,
depends on what the meaning of the word is. How can we forget the greatest hits?
I would ask. I'm confused about the Monica Lewinsky and inhale part. Hey, we're talking about politics, but funny politics.
I don't know what straight people do with inhaling, but I'll just leave it.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, geez. All right. So, Matt, you've been building at all this week or sorting?
Oh, I just started.
Oh, yeah. That's right. We started with the endurance. Yeah,
and
gotcha.
Behind me, so Thomas
Oreos.
Oreos are there. Those are the
wrong side. Yeah, those ones.
They were on sale. It's the mega stuff,
but it's STUF. They couldn't afford the other.
The other thing is that Thomas asked for the Atari set, and I finally got this work table behind me cleaned off. So he has now opened the Atari set, and the poly bags are all sitting out. He hasn't built a single one yet, but he claims that he's going to start working on it.
Yeah, well, and he's doing other stuff while you're on your chat, so
he does text counseling on when I do the chats. So that's his. He can help people out. So
yeah, awesome, cool. I shelved my Blacktron project this week.
What?
You did.
I did.
Castle lover.
I'm not building castle. No, I shelved my Blacktron project.
He gets lots of inspiration when he's building a castle, and of course he has to finish that project. But when it comes to space, I'm going to shelve it.
I shelved. You're just upset that I didn't build a helicopter. Anyways, it literally is shelved. It's shelved kind of up there. But I changed over to Space Hainer, so I'm still doing space stuff. Which I don't know. Hold on, I forgot to move a bin here. Let me just do that quickly. Come on. There we go. For those of you that don't know, I've built this. I'm going to change the view here for a minute. I've built this this track design here using Duplo track because I bought the Duplo trains a few years ago, which are motorized and have some intelligence in them. And I basically, my layout was just a straight line of track. It was like 6 feet of track, and the train would basically go to one end of the table, stop, and then reverse direction, because they have these little reverse direction things. They have stopping little tiles.
Until there was that one time in Atlanta BrickCon where it didn't stop and it went right off.
Twice. Yeah. Twice it didn't stop and just it dived off the table. So part of the goal for bringing it back out was I want to maybe expand it, make something different. So this is one of the wagons, just for the record, and this has slightly been modified now. And this is the engine, which used to have a person up front, but as part of the expansion, I want to use curves and I want to use the hill pieces. And the hill pieces are fairly steep. Here's one of them right here. That's like half the mountain hill, or half the bridge hill. You know what I mean? And the problem with that is, because it's fairly steep, I had to basically take out 4 studs worth of cockpit in the front. So now there's nobody sitting in the front. It's just, the light bar is in there, and there's no figures. So, but I managed to get this to go on curves. I managed to make it go up hills and come back down. And yes, it did fall off the table a few times while I was demoing it, but that was because the curve, like my table that I'm using, is basically the width of the track. And if the track moved at all, then the curve would be close to the edge, and then it just lost its balance. But and these things are torquey enough that if the track is just laying on the floor and you're picking it up, or you hold the train, it'll start moving the track like on a slippery surface. They have that much torque. For the record, if you do pick it up far enough, it just turns off because they're afraid kids will do this. Listen, it makes noises. It catch your hair, right? So as part of the design process, I wanted to continue the. Oh, and I should probably show this too. Just showing that the reason why this is embedded in is because the cart sits on top, and then I have cargo containers that go on these pips here. So it's basically like a cargo train. And right now it's a drone cargo train because I can't fit fingers inside of it. So I wanted to continue that on with the curves. So I've now designed a curve section, which is actually kind of complex and interesting. And I've designed one. I'm going to need to order parts for the rest, and it also handles the curve perfectly fine. So I've got 2 of the main pieces done. My next one is the ramp, and I'm finding this one a little harder because I was going to try and continue that design up the ramp, but it just looked like crap. So I think now what I'm doing is I'm just basically going to where the ramp ends, or this piece ends here, and I'll build platform up along the edges, and then probably a platform under here, and then either leave that gap or build it up a bit. But yeah, that's kind of where I am. And I'm running out of a few parts. I ran out of the grill slopes. Hold on, so let me grab a piece here. I ran out of these guys today, and I was like, oh, I can't. I'm annoyed that I don't have any more. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I have a Bricklink store. So I raided my Bricklink store and found another 86 of them. So I'm good for a few more modules at least. But the benefits of having a Bricklink store is that sometimes you actually have the stock you need. And my other pet peeve is I'm using these tiles for the top of the edges of the track. Excuse me. Case in point, the top parts like that, just to use caution. The 1x3s are now discontinued on Bricks and Pieces, so I don't have enough 1x3s, so that kind of sucks. And I'm like, oh, I have a crap ton of these guys, so I'm good. And then I realized that the piece I have is a different print. Top one here. For that, like this one has a little nip on the end. This one has a bigger triangle. These are still available on Bricks and Pieces. The 1x2 versions are still available. So I'm good. Like I can order them, but it's like, oh, really? And I had also ordered these 1x6 versions, and I thought those were going to be okay. But same thing. If you notice, this one is the opposite direction as this one, right? Like they're opposite ends. Versus these are all the same way. So it only kind of works.
Oh.
Right. So it's like, so yeah, it's kind of one of those like, oh man. But anyways, it's part of the challenge that I'm facing. And also I didn't realize all these guys are the 1x2s have a narrower slope as well, or the line is narrower on the 1x2s compared to if you look at those two, you can see the one's thicker than the other, right? So I've been stocking up and getting these as much as I can, and then I realized that the parts have, kind of changed. Anyways,
one person stocking up is another person hoarding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll still use those other parts in other places. I just can't use them in conjunction with other bits and pieces, right? So, so yeah. Hey, Axel, welcome. So yeah, I've been working on that.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff. Sorry, I gotta drop. I gotta go pick up my daughter from choir practice.
But Rants. I know. Okay, go ahead.
I'll try. I'll probably be back as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't get back tonight, then we can always hold off your rant till next week.
We can save the helicopter breaking news too.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. So.
Yes. Please save the helicopter breaking news.
Drive safe. And
all right,
we'll chat with you later. Okay, bye. He doesn't like us anymore.
I know. I mean, letting family members get in the way of good Lego chat. What is?
Yeah, like come on, choir practice. Like
priorities.
Sing a little longer. No, just joking. Totally joking. So, anyway, so and actually, I did catch that you wrote Canada's 51st province. we're taking over all the states. Well, some of the states. We don't want all of them.
Can we just break up the U.S. and half of us will join Canada? I mean, I would be more excited about that.
Yeah, we could do a vote. Yeah, definitely. No rant about Lego profits. Why did I join then? Yeah, tell me about it. Well, we can still rant. I honestly haven't really read the articles. I saw the profits. I went, yeah, okay. What else is new?
The ranting about profits is definitely a David thing. So maybe when he comes back, if he comes back tonight, he can get in his rant about excessive profit taking. But my attitude about this is that I honestly think that they're going to be under pressure. I think some of these rival companies are getting better, and I think it's going to eventually cut into Lego's profit margin. I mean, they could still be making money; they just might not make as much money. But that's my opinion. I could absolutely be wrong about that, but I think they should enjoy the fat profits while they last, because I think Funhole with their free lighting kits and the quality of the bricks is getting pretty close.
And the name, yeah,
and the name. I mean, who doesn't want Funhole, right? I mean, it's exciting.
Yeah. When I want to have fun, I buy Funhole.
I get the whole fun, not just have fun.
Here's my thing: if Funhole does become quite a popular brand, hey, you guys want to come see my Funhole room?
Right. I think it was in the movie The Revenge of the Nerds. There was like an early computer made by the Wang Corporation, and there's a line of dialogue where this nerdy guy says to this chick, he's like, "You want to come up my room and see my Wang?" And of course, he means the computer.
Yeah, of course. Funhole makes sets ready for light kits. That is one plus for sure. Yeah, and I mean, I would love for Lego to do that, but I mean, it's just so much legal related stuff. Like wires have to be so much testing they'd have to put in, so much product quality control. They'd have to figure out a way to people not shock themselves in any way, shape, or form. There's just
I can see Lego never going that route, but I do think that the brick quality plus the lighting kits could draw away a chunk of customers. I think Lego's always going to have its loyal base. I mean, I'm going to keep buying Lego, but I also am not opposed to buying something that's a quality product that comes with lighting kits. So I bought. Yeah, that's Luke.
Yeah, Luke is currently investigating.
So we ran out of his favorite cat food. So I got this cat food from Costco, which he does not like as much. So he's shopping to see if there's any of his favorite cat food that's sitting up there, but it's not. But he's just exploring, just in case.
Oh, geez. Anyway, I just saw the cat jump up there. I wanted to make you aware of it in case that was a no-no.
They're allowed on that table. They're not allowed on kitchen counters or the island.
So. Oh yeah, that's the dining room table, right?
Yeah, that's that's where we keep the treats. So it's okay. That is a permissible surface.
Yeah, and Colby has been around for many years as well, making military vehicles for sure.
Detroit scores 5-3.
Oh, I thought he was giving thumbs up to Kobe.
No.
So, but yeah, I mean, Lego is not a publicly traded company, and this is the kind of thing that gets me in that their marketing business, like their way of doing business, it seems to be our profits always have to be higher than the previous year, because that shows that you're doing something good, you're doing better, right? Stock prices go up when you have higher revenue than you did previous years and whatever.
But they don't have to care about the stock. I mean,
exactly, they're not publicly traded. If they stayed at a constant rate and made $1 billion this year,
yep,
that's still a profit.
Well, right? I do think this is the one downside of hiring CEOs that come out of business schools, because the business school psychology is you must always increase your profit margin, even though they don't have to please shareholders.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that the top executive people are sort of trained to think that's the metric of success. Yeah. And so I do think that's part of why they focus on increasing their profit margin. I mean, maybe the family is like, you must make more money than last year, or maybe they're not. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be coming from internally, but I mean, if you're making like billions of dollars,
What's
what
another
difference does it
million?
make at that point? Yeah, exactly. So my cat is allowed everywhere, but he doesn't come on the counter. There's a 100% chance that he'll get wet.
I saw someone who didn't want their cats jumping on counters, and so they tore off sheets of aluminum foil and put it up there. Cats don't like it. Plus, if they try to dig their claws in, they'll like slip and fall off. But they actually don't get on the kitchen counter, so I don't know how they know that they're not supposed to be there. But
at least not when you're watching.
Well, we actually have a camera. We have a camera down here that we can look in on them when we're traveling and stuff, and we've never seen them do it even when we're gone. So
yeah.
And the boy is such that he wouldn't give a crap. Like if he wanted to get up there, he wouldn't care if we were watching or not. He would just do it.
Yeah, fair enough. He's a cat. That's what he does.
He's a bit of he can be a rascal sometimes, a little bit.
The whole thing with the rants though is that we had animated GIFs. I've got like 3 new GIFs to throw up.
Ooh.
And now we can't. We might still do it, but anyway. Why don't we jump into the news? I guess.
News.
If there's anything else to talk about, I don't know. So let's jump into the news. We'll start first with Lego Ideas. Honestly, I haven't read this one. I saw it. Lego Ideas announces a parking lot concept. Let's put that in the parking lot and come back to it. That's how I'm coining it, or that's how I'm thinking of it as. But Lego has announced a new concept for Lego Ideas, calling it the parking lot.
Okay.
It is for Lego Ideas projects that need additional time in review for whatever reason. These projects will be put in the parking lot until the final decision can be made. So they're just naming something that they've already been doing.
It's a holding tank, basically.
Yeah.
I think they should call it the larval stage. That would be more fun.
It is slated that it'll be most useful for strong projects that is affected by certain aspects like timing, and it could mean that it doesn't get approved. We've seen it happen many times before, and the creator would have to resubmit the idea and hit 10K goal again. Now Lego will just park these submissions to see if they can make it into an official set at later times. There will only be a limited number of projects in the parking lot at any time, parking lot at any time and they'll make a decision within a maximum of 3 review periods. The language on this is not worded all that well, but okay.
Maybe it's better in the original,
Yeah, this might be translated or something because, so the other thing I was thinking is, in regards to this, I don't know if it's still the case, but if you hit a 10,000 reviews or 10,000 accepted, Lego used to send you a gift card.
Okay.
And I think it was for $500, I think.
Wow, not bad.
And my thought is maybe they're also doing this so that they can parking lot some of those ideas that are hitting multiple times, so that they don't have to pay out $500 every time you hit 10K. So they're kind of saving themselves a little bit of money, although it's probably not that much that they'd be saving.
This would be an interesting question to find out. Are they still doing that? Are they still sending out gift cards?
That's a good point. This is a good point. I don't know. Axel's comment, did we get any nice sets this week? The only thing I got this week was my little Classic Space gift for purchase / reward point. And that was because my son ordered Lego, so
I actually did get a set from last show, which was as the ambassador, you have to request the Christmas gift. And yes, it's March, but the Christmas gift arrived while I was, I have not opened the box. And so I was actually thinking I might unbox it on Monday's Old Gray Bricks. But
what was it this year?
I don't remember. I don't remember. And I purposely haven't looked because I was like, I'll just open it and be like, surprise.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. I don't know that I ever saw it. I mean, I probably did, but just didn't really.
If it was like epic as like the Christmas X-Wing, I'm sure I would have already seen pictures of it. So my guess is that it's not as epic as that one was.
So did you just get it, or they sent it a while ago and you never?
It just arrived on last Thursday, and all the U.S. ambassadors. Apparently, there was some delay with it being shipped because I don't think any of the North American ambassadors started even getting theirs until last week. So it's a very belated Christmas gift.
Yeah, or an early 26 present or 2025 present.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, I pulled up an article from New Elementary, which is something we already talked about Bricks and Pieces. Pick a Brick USA and Canada standard elements are now back. So they've reopened their standard service in North America, and over 12,000 elements have returned. Yes, 12,000 elements are now at our picking and choosing. Only bestseller. I wonder if that's 1,200. No, I guess 12,000. Yeah, 12,105. Maybe that's a total. There's over 12,000 elements in total now, because that seems like a lot. But anyways, only bestseller elements have been available since the service was closed in December 2024, and it totally sucks because for most things that we build, it's like, oh, I need this piece. Oh, it's only available in white and black, or white and gray, or black. It was a very limited palette, and it was very horrible. This is a step towards things getting back to normal with Pick a Brick. With what's going on in the warehouse issues and poor customer communication in late 2024, orders that have left many customers frustrated and angry. However, in a new development for 2025, maximum order quantities have been placed on many items. Read on for details. Kitty Ashley, who's on our Discord group for Bricks and Pieces, calculated that the European and North American service now both have roughly the same number of elements, give or take about 50. Of these elements added to North America today, excluding bestsellers and those out of stock, there are 12,099 standard elements. Oh, so there are 12,000. Here's a link that just shows the standard Pick a Brick in order the red error messages. Okay, anyways, we're not going to click on that. However, a change that has been made or has been added to Europe this year is also present now in North America. Maximum order quantities. On some items, they have a maximum quantity logo. So, and you can only order 10 of some of these tiles. These are the gold-plated ones.
I'm really glad that I ordered my $12,000 dark gray dots before there were caps.
Well, that's what I'm like. What is it, an order quantity, or is it a lifetime? Not a lifetime, but like a monthly quantity. One of the best aspects to Brickers was that you could order 999 of any element. However, a maximum order quantity (MOQ) of 100 or even just 10 are now being applied to many elements. In Europe, 7,021 elements have an MOQ of 10, and a further 254 have an MOQ of 100. In North America, about 6,400 elements came back with an MOQ of 10, more than half the elements added today. No 100 limit elements are currently being reported. Frustrating to the end user, it feels quite random. If you're looking at pairs of wedge plates, for example, there are a couple of dozen examples where one side is available in bulk, where the other is limited to 10.
So let me just say the one upside I see to this is that if they put maximums on, like when the goat comes out, or a highly sought after part that sells out because people come in and they order as many as they possibly can, and some of those no doubt end up being resold.
Oh yeah.
I could see how that is a beneficial thing for your average consumer who just wants to get 5 goats or something, and they're all gone, instantly, or, extremely quickly, or like they go on at like midnight and you wake up the next morning and they're all gone. I could see there being a positive impact for that scenario.
I agree. And that's kind of what this paragraph is saying as well. But why are Pick a Brick implementing maximum order quantity limits? We have heard different answers, so cannot be certain, but the most logical one would be that it's to manage the availability warehouse stock better. So running out of stock fairly quickly because, we go to bed, it's available in the market, and when you wake up, it's gone. Keeping track of available stock levels is likely to be a challenge too, given the breadth and volume of the PAV inventory. Pick a Brick needs to be confident, that they are offering elements that are actually available in the thousands. Maximum order quantities are a solution for both of these issues, but we wonder if a tweak to the math is required, as having so many thousands of elements only available at a mere 10 at a time seems excessive. It also feels counterintuitive for an AFOL point of view in terms of what distinguishes PAB from the secondhand marketplace like Bricklink and Brick Owl. So hopefully these are just teething issues, and they'll gradually fix the algorithms. Yeah, Kitty Ashley is the one who's behind the Discord channel, having all the bots that are reading all the data and pulling all the information in, and it's just awesome. Bless you. So yeah, you're surviving.
Yeah.
Okay. Coincidentally, no Lego ideas hit 10K this week.
Yay!
It's kind of interesting. Again, interesting, questionable news. Lego is building an in-house game development team.
Yawn.
Because why? I don't know. I mean, Lego's been in partnerships with lots of game companies. The Legos managed to bring a game company, shut them down almost. The Lego Universe. I can't remember what the company's called. I've got a logo. I've got one of their logo bricks. But anyways, the company that made Lego Universe, they poured their heart and soul, and that was one of their main products. And Lego kind of cut the cord on that one, and the game developer got bought out by something else and amalgamated and kind of broken apart. But anyways, so Lego announced that in their 2024 annual results, they'll be talking to various outlets. Lego announced in their 2024 annual results, and while talking to various outlets, they mentioned that the company was building up an in-house game development team in the past year. Lego has teamed up with Epic Games to produce Lego Fortnite, which has been a booming success in the past. They have also worked with TT Games, one of the best companies for Lego games, to produce many games such as Star Wars, Harry Potter, Marvel, DC, and more. It looks like Lego wants to now develop games themselves as well. We'll soon know how that works while also working with outside companies with their partnerships. So that's basically just something that was in the quarterly report or the yearly report. Lego has the money for it, so why not?
So the big question to me is, Lego has the money to actually have a top-notch IT department, but they obviously do not, because their site is when stuff comes out. So is this a case of the accountant saying, oh, well, we could save money if we don't have these third-party companies that are making the games? Are they actually going to spend the money to make a high-quality alternative to these gaming companies, or are they going to go the cheap route and make a inferior gaming product? I don't game, so I kind of don't care.
They are very particular with their brand, so I would assume that they would want the best.
You would hope so, but look at their IT.
So. No, I can understand, but I mean that's just server load and things like that versus development necessarily. But Lego, when they bought, or when Lego Universe went under, Lego absorbed all their, they bought the game content and everything off of the company. So they definitely have, albeit 10-year-old, they definitely have the property, at least, that they could start building something off of that. I don't know if they would, but they could. And I mean, who knows? All they need to do is be able to pull in some developers from TT Games and those other companies that have worked on Lego property in the past that know it, and they'll probably start from scratch. But if they have people that kind of know how the brick works and how to code around making the Lego brick work in an in-game environment, I mean, it's quite possible they could do good things. I mean, who knows how long it'll be before it actually becomes, until they actually produce something.
Hits the market.
Yeah, exactly. And you think about it, then Lego could literally bring games for every property they create themselves. They could do a Dreams game. They could do, and they can plan it a lot further in advance because it's all in-house.
That's right. They wouldn't have to worry about leaks either, because
exactly.
They probably engage in some kind of Orwellian computer tracking.
Jeff just joined us 54 minutes late. Where did the time go? I got him late. Hi guys. It is daylight savings time. We did technically right now. It's what, 9:55, 8:55.
He fell back. His body's still on the other time.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, welcome, Jeff. All right. So new set announcements this week. Well, no, this is a new set, but this is now available. The T-Rex is now available. Excuse me, sorry. Is now available for purchase from Lego. Let's just see if it's still actually available for purchase. Available now, $249.99. Available for insiders.
Are there GWPs? Are there GWPs this week? I don't remember.
The flower pot is the GWP for this week. There isn't a Jurassic related gift for purchase yet.
Okay.
Or at least here. But yeah, it's still available. And we'll talk about the flower pot in a minute because it was a new thing that was announced this week as well. So it's I think I opened up the American link there when I said $249, but yeah, 3,145 pieces, $249. It's a 1/12 scale dinosaur to the real T-Rex fossil. So,
I mean, I like it, but I already bought the Jurassic Park brick built, so like I'm probably not going to buy another skeleton T-Rex when I have the brick built one. So.
And to me, that's just a dusty nightmare. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies in that guy.
Who dusts?
This is a good point. Yes. But if you did dust, it would be a nightmare. So yeah, the botanical mixed flower pot gift for purchase that is currently now available was also revealed. It's a smaller sized flower pot, but it's still pretty decent looking. I mean, there's some interesting flowers in it. 253 pieces. It is available, obviously, like I said, for as a gift for purchase. This article was done before that, and we missed Mario Day, the other March 10th promos that had run. I think they were running when we did our last chat, but yeah. All right. Next up, we have more Jurassic World sets, and this is where the helicopter comes in for Mr. Sincere, and it's a decent looking helicopter.
I'm excited about the plot of this. I think that's what that is. Or what is that?
This is Spinosaurus, and yeah. But anyways, we'll go through the baby dinosaur Dolores, which is an Aqualops, which is another brick built style baby dinosaur, which is kind of cute. And then there's the Raptor Off-Road Escape, 285 pieces, $35 US. So this is based off of the new movie, I believe.
And if you have an Aunt Dolores, she's all over the set. So,
is there a Dolores in here?
The last one was Dolores, wasn't it?
Oh, Dolores, yes. Okay, this set was Dolores, yes. Which I forgot to mention, 339 pieces and $25 US. So yeah, this one comes with a Jeep, and it looks like a small Raptor and a baby dinosaur. I don't know what kind of a dinosaur that is, I'll be honest. And a decent looking vehicle. Lots of weaponry and stuff, but and a couple of characters. Next up, we have the Raptor and Titanosaurus tracking mission, which is one of the bigger sets at $99, 582 pieces.
What do you think about the gaps in the neck joint? Like, it kind of distracts me, but maybe I'm being too picky.
I agree, it's very distracting, but they wanted to put some motion in it, and how else do you do it, right?
Yeah, you could have it just rotate left to right, but you're right. You could.
Yeah. And I mean, the whole body is like one piece as well, right? So it's kind of like, ugh. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. You're basically buying this set, and this is the cost of most of the set right here is this dinosaur.
Yep.
That's why there's not a lot of pieces at $582, and it's a $99 set. Normally that would be like a $50, $60 set. So, and we have another one as well. That's the next set, not this one, but there's a brick built Mosasaurus boat mission. It's funny that they actually mentioned brick built in the title. It's like, this one's actually, bricks, because you can't tell otherwise. Anyway.
I'm not a fan of the colors. It's a pass for me. I think this would have looked a lot better in like sand blue than the olive and the brown. But
yeah, I mean that's what they built for the movie. They made it that color probably so it would be stand out easier in the water because there's a whole scene in the movie. Mosasaurus. I live 1 kilometer away from the Mosa. Well, you could live closer if you had some. No, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, I was trying to do a samosa joke, but I couldn't get there. And this is interesting too. The boat is actually a bunch of airplane body parts to form the shape of the boat, which actually looks quite nice. instead of using an actual boat hull.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh,
I hadn't noticed that.
So yeah, it's just like the nose of one of the airplanes. So I don't know. I like the fact that they've done that, because instead of having like another boat hull that just sits in a bin. I mean, most of those nose pieces will probably sit in a bin too. But anyway. Yeah. Next up, we have a T-Rex River Escape, which is 200 pieces and $50. And let's face it, you're basically, again, $50. You're getting that dinosaur and a few parts. This dinosaur previously was available, I believe, in one of the bigger sets. I think it was the Jurassic Park, the main building set. I could be wrong, but yeah. So it's $50 US, 200 pieces. Comes with a little ATV, a boat, and a little building. Mosa Maas is a river in France, Belgium, and the Netherlands. The Mosasaurus got its name because it was first found near the city of Maastricht. Okay, Maastricht. Sorry, I think I said something different there. I did not know that. And then, yeah, there's the Spinosaurus and Quetzalcoatlus air mission.
Quetzal. It's like Quetzal, like pretzel. Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay, well, anyways. So this one's 984 pieces, $150. So it's got a little mountain ruin here. Looks kind of like Incan or something, Mayan maybe. With a helicopter and a cool 6-wheel truck. I kind of like the look of that. And then a couple of dinosaurs. Looks like they're looking for an egg in this set or something. I think that's part of the movie. They're trying to find dinosaur eggs. And like I said, I kind of like the look of this truck. It looks pretty cool. But no good picture of the helicopter, which is up here. But that's okay, because Dave's not here, man.
Yeah.
Axel didn't know that either. He started playing Ark Survival Evolved. I've never even heard of that. Blue Quetzal is funny.
So the Quetzal, in Aztec mythology, Quetzalcoatl was the feathered serpent.
Okay.
And so that's why it's named after that figure in Aztec mythology. So
the bird, because it's a blue bird. Did they really know it was blue though? Probably not.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I always hear like every once in a while, scientists have discovered that this type of dinosaur actually wasn't this color and might have been this color instead. Because there's no way to tell unless we were able to travel back in time. And honestly, I don't think I'd want to travel back in time to dinosaur times, because that just sounds dangerous. Especially if it's around the time the meteor comes in. Yeah. All right. Hey, for Matt and other lovers of Lord of the Rings, the first look of the Shire has come out. Sorry, I clicked on the link, and it's got a link to the Lego site, but it's not there yet. The Lego on their store events page have revealed the Lego icons, the Lord of the Rings, the Shire. There's no information about the set, but Lego designer Kenyon Andrew Brady will be at the Leicester Square Lego store for a meet and greet on April 5th. The set features an updated Bag's End, along with the festivities at the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring. Now, I am going to pull up New Elementary had an article that
I'm pretty sure that store's pronounced. I'm pretty sure that store's pronounced Lancaster, actually.
Oh, are we to the helicopters yet?
Oh, you missed it. It's gone.
We literally just literally Control Shift T. No, Control Shift T again, which is how to pull up stuff. There it is, right there, helicopter. It's a cool looking helicopter. I'll see if I can find a better picture for you. But anyway, we were talking about Bag's End, and I was looking for the where is it? There's a page here for there it is, that had a better quality picture on Brickset. a much closer picture, at least. Like it's, the biggest picture I've seen of this set. Showing Bag's End. There is a new window design from what we're able to tell. What the community has noticed. It looks like a 2x2 or maybe a bit taller window, but it's a circle.
I like how they did Gandalf's legs.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool too. Yeah,
chariot
where he's sitting down. I think the Beauty and the Beast set, they're doing that for the legs too in a couple of things where you Belle, you can change her legs into something like that so she can sit down as well. And they've got boomerangs to do kind of like a fence line, which is kind of cool. But so far, the only piece I've known that's a new part, I think, is that window frame. I haven't really seen anybody else talking about new things. Obviously, this is like probably a plastic tarp or something, or a plastic piece.
Yeah, it's like a printed piece.
Yeah, yep. Like a cloth or something like that.
Like the pseudo cloth, the plastic cloth.
Although it is kind of interesting that the points are right on the ends, so I'm wondering how that folds, like where the seams are. But anyway, I wonder if they'll add legs for Gandalf when he's standing. I'm pretty sure there will be some legs as well, so he can pose them, or not legs, but probably just like the slope piece, because I think he's wearing a robe. Rewind for David. Nice. Okay, fine. It's pronounced Lester.
Lester, that's right. Not Lancaster. Sorry, Lester. I knew it was not pronounced the way that it's spelled. I've learned that.
And I think I said Leicestershire because there's another town in England with that name. I wasn't really reading it clearly.
And there's a sauce also. No, that's Worcestershire.
Yeah, that's what threw me off too.
So
yeah, I mean, like I said, I probably wouldn't buy the set because it doesn't interest me that much. I'll definitely buy parts out of the set. But I don't know.
That reminds me of a joke, a meme that I posted a few weeks ago that says three things that are hard to say. I need help. Thank you, and Worcestershire.
Right.
This is all very true.
So as a huge fan and somebody who's bought every Lord of the Rings set, I like the added details. So I have the original one that came out, whatever it was, 15 years ago. Yeah. I love the banner that says Bildo's birthday, and I love the dragon, the fireworks dragon.
Firework dragon.
Is it worth buying again to get those things? I'm kind of, but I really want the GWP. So most of the time I flip my GWPs, but I actually want the Smeagol. And
they haven't actually announced that GWP as of yet either.
Oh, is that right? It's not official?
Yeah, it has not been officially announced as far as I can tell because I haven't seen it.
Would I buy a $300 set just for the GWP?
But I mean, you could probably put that set in your store.
Yes, you would.
Yes, I would. Now the other thing is, I wonder how much I could sell my used original.
Well, that's true too.
Maybe I could flip it and then buy the new bigger one. So I don't know.
You'd have to flip it pretty quick though, I would think.
Like tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much. I am noticing that new curved 1 by 1 2/3 brick, the snot brick, is here sideways for a mailbox, which is kind of nice. I think it looks good. And I also was noticing, I don't know if these are out in dark green, but the door has some dark green curved tiles in it, which is nice.
What it looks almost like, it looks like there's a pattern, a door pressed into it, so it's not just the tile.
I from what I can see, I'm seeing the 2x2 round with the stud here, and then that's like a 2x2, 4 2x2s, and then 4 3x3 tiles. Unfortunately, I can't get any closer to see because that's the quality we have. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, parts, I'll definitely buy some of them. Are the sunflower pieces new? They are very new, as in this year, as far as I know. I think they might have first come out in the botanical set, in the botanical garden set, the latest one. But I could be wrong there. But I know they're fairly new for the past year.
What I will say is that as a fan of the topic, I'm very excited that Lego's giving us the Bower Door and these big sets. And it's like they're now that they have realize that adult collectors will pay a lot of money for like really big elaborate sets. They're coming back and going, oh, well, we can make one of these that's twice as big, and people like Matt will probably buy it.
Just for the gift with purchase.
Oh, we can make more money?
We can make more
We
money.
haven't actually talked about it yet, Dave. It's one of the next news articles. We talked about it, but not so we've been saving it for you. So yeah.
We can make more money? Do we need to make more money?
Well, next, we'll have Bernie Sanders in the form of David rant against the profits and capitalism.
All right, next up,
these oligarchs, they control everything.
These Lego Garts. There you go. Yeah. All right, next up, we have the announcement of the Super Mario Kart and Mario and Standard Kart. Sweet. Lego Super Mario, Mario Kart, Mario, and Standard Kart.
Super Mario, Mario Kart,
Lego,
Mario, and Standard Kart.
So Lego Mario Kart is the brand. Mario and Standard Kart is the actual set. Is how I'm reading that.
Yeah.
So Super is not in the name. Anyways, okay. Officially announced. So for this was announced on March the 10th, which is fitting considering that was considered Mario Day. Lego has officially revealed the newest Lego Super Mario set with the Mario Kart. Released on May 15th. Pre-orders are available today. The set has 1,972 pieces and will retail for $169.99 US. Features a posable figure of Mario along with his standard cart from the game. Now, Mario has not been pictured standing up. So it has been pictured that he's outside of the cart, like somewhat you build the cart first, then you build Mario afterwards. So with some modifications, you could probably make him stand up. But the way his hips are designed, currently it's not possible because his hips are designed for a sitting position, which we'll see right here. But what do you guys think?
Hips don't lie.
What do you think about it?
I don't care about Mario, but I do think the maxi figure concept is kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's probably not to scale with. It's not to scale with the maxi figures they've had in the past, like the pirate and stuff.
It's not to scale to anything.
Yeah, agreed.
And fans want a Mario minifigure.
Yeah.
Why don't you give them what they want? Instead, you're all right.
There must be a licensing thing that says they can't do figures. There must be.
It's a cool. I mean, it's a cool concept. It's a cool design, and the price point. I mean, it's fairly reasonable. I mean, for the number of parts, but
yeah,
I don't know. Kids are not gonna buy this.
There's a lot of Mario Kart players still.
The kids. I mean, the kids. Are they really gonna buy it and play with it? Adults will buy it. Probably Mario. I mean, Nintendo fans and Mario fans the adult fans will buy it, put it on a shelf, and it's gonna collect dust. But
yeah.
But to play counterpoint, I mean, we could easily sit here and go, "What kid is going to buy a giant Marvel sign?" Well, it turns
out. And again, no kid is gonna buy a giant Marvel sign.
Right. It turns out that Jeff's kid will.
Well, but my kid is also 18, and
Jeff Kids is technically an adult in Canada. So
that's just scary.
He has the right to vote. He has the right to take a beer.
No, he can't drink it.
Well, in Quebec he can.
I know, but don't tell him that. So there's a couple more shots here on their site. And I was going to say that the mustache is new, the nose is new. We had a question in the Old Gray Bricks chat on Monday about, what is that part going to be used for in the future? And I was like, clouds in whites. But that's a very specific piece. And obviously a Luigi in the future as well. And yes,
Luigi.
It's me, Luigi.
It's me. But there was that other picture of it being. Oh, actually, maybe that's in the video. Because there was a video shot. This guy. Is there audio?
I do like the tires of the cart.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go back.
I think there's potential there.
Well, the tires are hello. There you can.
What that set needs is a giant ramp where you can roll it down and it goes through the air and crashes. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, fair enough. So you can see he's building the cart separately. Mario's still in pieces all over the place. Poor Mario. I'm sorry every time it sits on the stand. It is actually really big.
He's obviously not a big fan because he's not building fast enough, in my humble opinion.
He's enjoying it. He's enjoying the build.
Do you enjoy the build, Jeff, or you just build?
Oh, it has working steering.
But this is one of those things that they're taking a property, and they've already built smaller sets that are have more playability, and then this is a big sculptural set. So to me, what I see Lego maximizing their IP licensing dollars. So this might be bought by a 35-year-old who's going to put it on a shelf in their office. Yeah. And the more playable sets will be bought for the kids of the 35-year-old. Yeah. So they are pushing out the product at different price points and different different playability scales and all that kind of stuff. So.
Oh, where is the peeled banana in the car set?
Good question.
Yeah, there's no turtles. There's nothing.
Or mushrooms.
Mushrooms, yeah. So Lego does release 18+ sets every year for this theme. So this is their late 18+ set for this one. My thought is Lego is also going back to the minifigure conversation. Lego is probably milking this as much as they can. Hey, we'll put out as much Mario stuff as we can, and just when we think we're done and that we can't do anything else, then we'll do minifigs. Maybe they're doing something like that, right?
Maybe.
Because then everybody will be buying those sets to get the minifigures, and then they've got another few years of
I will point out that, like, for example, in the action figure world, Lego couldn't make Star Wars themed figures that were in the same scale as the 4-inch action figures. So they could make minifig and they could make maxi construction scale. Yeah. But they, so it may be that in fact there's some kind of licensing conflict. Maybe I don't collect Mario, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe there's another business that has that scale exclusivity. Rights.
I would assume so, and maybe when that contract ends, then Lego will go gun ho and whatever, right? So, yeah, I don't know. The other thing I was thinking though is a lot of the characters, like you have the Mario. If everything was minifigure scale, a lot of the other characters would be so small in comparison to Mario, right? So maybe that's one of the reasons why they haven't done that scale either, is because they want to brick build the mushrooms and the turtles and all those other characters, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. But they're just worried about the scale of it. Matt's got a cool table that kind of slides down. It's like you can pull it up to bring it close to you. That's why it just kind of folded back. It looks really cool. Anyway, okay, next up. So David?
Enough with the Mario.
Lego achieves record profits in 2024. I have not read this at all, but hey, this was geared towards you, sir, because there was a helicopter on the front page. So obviously they're trying to tell you did us good. You did good. A few hours ago, yesterday, the Lego Group released. Was that yesterday or today? Yeah, yesterday. It's my dad's birthday today. Happy birthday, Dad. Not like you'll ever watch this, but happy birthday. A few hours ago, the Lego Group released their 2024 annual results, and it was a record year for the company. Revenue grew by 13%.
Again, because it was a record year the year before. It was a record year the year before that. So,
yeah. Revenue grew by 13%, which was driven by a strong demand for its large portfolio. Go figure. Consumer sales also increased by 12%, and their market share also grew while outpacing a declining toy market. There were 840 products released last year, and the top themes include Lego City, Star Wars, Technic, Icons, and Harry Potter. All makes total sense.
And what they're not saying, and I read this, is that profits, and I remind everyone that profits is money going straight into the Lego family pockets. I mean, it's straight up money that you're making. All expenses are paid, all things are, and you're just putting money in your bank account. So profit grew 10%.
10%.
Again.
And what is 18.7? Hold on. I'm going to mute for 2 seconds. I'm going to mute now. What's 18.7 DKK? Cancel. I have to do that again.
Mute yourself.
What's 18.7 billion DKK in Canadian dollars?
18,700,000,000 Danish kroner is approximately 3,925,220.
Almost 4 billion. $3.9 billion Canadian.
Almost 4.
Almost
billion dollars.
Billion.
Canadian.
Billion. Yes. Canadian.
Billion, not
billion.
Million, not
yeah.
Billions.
Billion. Yeah.
That's just crazy. And okay, I like I said, many times, I don't mind Lego making money. It's they're there for the profits. Fine. But what I don't understand is you're making almost $4 billion in profit, and you cannot fix your pick-a-brick online.
Yeah.
For like a full like 4 months. I think 5 would be more reasonable. For 5 months, your pick-a-brick online was offline because you couldn't fix it. You couldn't fix it, and now but you made close to $4 billion Canadian. That's just unfair to Lego fans, to consumers. Yeah, Matt wanted me to have my own team, so
my apologies. Whatever you said got muted through that whole thing because of the music. Apparently, I did not know that, so my apologies on that one. But
I didn't say anything because I knew the music was coming on. So now I have my own team on this show. Yeah, close to $4 billion in profit, and you cannot fix your pick-a-brick online for 5 months.
Well, it wasn't the system; it was the warehouse that they couldn't get working properly.
Well, hire people, hire temps. I don't know. Is there a shortage of manpower in the area of the where the warehouse is located? I mean, just hire more people and get the orders out and figure it out. And if it's a software problem, if it's an inventory problem, if it's a hardware problem, or how the factory is organized, just fix the problem. Just put money where it needs to be and fix the problem. But for 5 months, people have been waiting for orders for like, they're just getting their orders from passing October, November.
Yeah.
Now, or in December, they're not just getting their order now through the mail, but you can fix the problem. But you could pocket like $4 billion, almost $4 billion in profit.
Canadian, yeah.
Canadian. And in profit means it's going straight into your bank account. All the expenses are paid. All the employees are paid. It's all covered. So it's just, and do you know how much time it takes to spend $4 billion?
No, but I'm going to go find out. Oh, wait. No, probably not.
I mean, spend $100,000 per day. Per day. It's going to take you at least 4,000 days, I think, to spend all that money.
Okay, let's do it. Anyways, so yeah, just giving you some examples here from the Discord channel. Standard orders November 13th from the States, arrived March 5th. Missing parts. Standard order November 28th, shipped March 6th. And then I noticed there's a Dutch one here. Order November 26th, shipped March 5th, received March 11th. That's weird, but maybe they ran out of a part or something. I don't know. And then we have bestsellers. Oh, that's bestseller. Standard is back, ordered March 12th. So
but yeah, I'm sorry, Lego, but you should do better. I mean,
I agree.
I'm not going to complain about the prices. I'm not going to complain about, but if you're putting out bad service and you're still making $4 billion in profits, you have a problem.
Okay, so I'm going to argue a little bit there with you because the only people that have found bad service are the AFOLs. Right? It's not like it's not like the general public is getting it. It's a very small subset. And again, I agree it's horrible service and they should have fixed it and done something better with it. But it is only a very small corner of their world. And, it's not going to affect their 18 billion in profits. You know what I mean?
Sure, but eventually it's gonna catch up to them. Yeah. Eventually. Because this is the type of bad service that tends to propagate throughout your company. If you have one department that's going bad and doing a bad job, usually it doesn't stay in that department. It moves on to it's like a virus or a disease. It moves on to other departments and it's going to affect your company eventually.
So let me take, I'll step in. We'll tag team with Jeff. I'm going to step in and be the other devil advocate here.
All right,
which is that, as I understand it, the problems with filling orders from Pick a Brick was basically due to a one-time, they're resetting up, they're changing their warehouse.
It moved the warehouse. Yeah.
And I don't know how it is in Denmark, but in many countries, there's a lot of expenses to hiring somebody to come in. And I can see Lego saying, look, it doesn't make sense for us to hire a bunch of new employees when we basically just have this one time where we need to do all this work. Yeah. We'll just, shut it down for a bit and, let's get it done. And then when we open back up, we don't have excess employees that we don't actually need to fill orders. I can see how it's rational. I don't necessarily think that the delay with the warehouse change is evidence of an erosion of service. It may be a bad choice. In the US, you can hire people as temp workers and it's not that hard, but that might not be the case in Denmark. I honestly don't know. So,
yeah.
Axel,
11 years. 11 years worth
11 years to spend all that money. And you're spending, I'm reminding everyone, you're spending $100,000 per day.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Axel's saying $1 million a day.
$1 million a day.
$1 million a day.
So there you go. You got to, you know what? Well, times by 10. Go spend some more. Go buy some cars. Like a bunch of them.
40 years. 40 years of spending $100,000 per day. 40 years.
Yeah. Crazy. But
you didn't fix the problem, and you had to change the warehouse during like the worst time of the year.
Well, and I have to say it's very poor planning on their behalf because they should have stopped adding new parts to the system, and they should have not said, by the way, we're discontinuing a whole bunch of these parts that you might want right before they went to go do that move. Now, it made sense that they did that.
But again, this is a symptomatic of Lego being so like working in silos.
Yeah.
The marketing department, the different teams, they're all working not in collaboration. They're working in silos. We're doing our stuff, you do your stuff, and we're not going to talk to each other unless it's very, very necessary.
Yeah. I mean, so the whole we're getting rid of these parts, so you better get them while you last. That to me is all the parts side of things.
Yeah.
Right? We're moving our plants or we're moving our fulfillment center from point A to point B. We don't want to take all these other parts with us. So we're getting rid of them. We're taking them out of the system. There's that, and then it's probably just Lego saying we got too many parts. Let's get rid of these parts, right? But that started an influx of people ordering. Like they probably got hammered those the first few weeks, and as it got closer and closer to the time, parts would come back in. People would order them again, and it just ramped up that whole system, right? So they should have not done that beforehand.
Yeah. Well, they should have done. If you want to move your warehouse, do it when you're not. There's not all these orders coming in. I mean,
but there's
Christmas
orders
time
coming in every day.
Oh, yeah, but we can all agree that during the months of June, July, and August, you're not getting as much orders as you are getting in November, December.
Well, yeah, maybe like the winter months. Yeah,
and October.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
shut down the plant during the summer. Tell everyone, hey, we're moving our facility. We're shutting down the service. You guys be aware that on June 1st, we're going to shut down everything. But
that's when those new parts are going to be available.
No, they're not.
All the parts that they were supposed to put out already from October, November, they said they're holding off on all the new parts until June. So June 1st, we're going to have a massive influx of parts again, and it's going to start all over again. But anyways, and sorry, while you're away, the one thing I had said about this profit thing is that Lego is operating on Lego is not publicly owned. They're not publicly traded, but they're operating like a company that is.
Yeah.
In that every year they have to have more profit than the year before.
Yes.
Which isn't the case. They don't need to do that. There's no reason for them to do that because they don't need to
grow. They don't need to grow.
If they kept everything level at 10 million, or 18.7 million kroner every year, 18.7 billion, sorry, they could just sit there and plateau like that. If they start going down, then it starts looking bad. And I mean, obviously everybody's going to say, oh, they're not making as much money as they used to, but they don't need to. Right? I don't know.
And as I said, 40 years spending $100,000 per day.
Yeah.
40 years. Do you need to accumulate? Like you said, it's privately owned. Do the owners of Lego need to just stockpile this money and?
But helicopters.
$100,000 per day. Just wait 10 days and you can buy your helicopter, and it's gonna be a fancy.
I mean, but anyway.
You won because
no,
you're gonna get $1 million. It's $1 million for a helicopter. You're getting a pretty nice darn helicopter.
You could buy an entire theme. You could buy all the helicopters from Lego ever had in a day. Wow, that would be crazy. Anyways,
you could buy a lot of Lego. You could buy a lot of Lego wheels for that much money.
This is true. So a few comments Axel has made. I think it's good that Lego made profits. Yes, I agreed. When other toy companies have had
these losses. And I said it.
Yes.
At the beginning, I don't mind Lego making profits. I mean, it's a privately owned company, and it's a company. They're supposed to make money. If they're not making money, they're in trouble. So, fine. If they're making money, they're making profits. That's great. But like you said, Jeff, do they need to up the scale every year with these profit? Do they need to? And as I said, if there's a problem and you're ranking it almost $4 billion in profit, how come you're not throwing all the money that you can at this problem, saying, "Hey, whatever it costs, we're gonna fix it"?
Because it's probably not making them as much. It's not worth their time. Like in the long run, it's like, oh, this is an annoyance. We're pissing off some people, but they love us because they're our fans. They're the adults. They're not going to stop buying from us just because we've given them shitty service, excuse my French, for a given period of time. Yeah.
They may even regard Bricks and Pieces as an annoyance. Like, we just do this so that our fans are happy, but they they may sit there and go, we're actually not making that much profit off of bricks and pieces. And so that's just why they may have made the decision not to throw more people at it. Like, it's not a profit center. So like, why should we do that?
It's a small profit center. It's not
I'm just telling you
massive
how the bean counters probably look at it. I'm not saying that's my position. I'm just saying that might be how it's.
And right now, Lego's corporate is the bean counters. They are more interested in making money than they are in the fans. It's like they've had a change of, I won't say not a change of ownership, obviously, but their higher ups have become more business types versus fans of the brick. So that's
why we got Lord Business.
That's why. Dave, were you here when we were talking about the bricks and pieces change?
Nope.
Oh, so bricks and pieces came back with all the new parts, but they now added limits on certain parts that you can only get 10 of one part or 100 of one part, and you can't buy massive. You can't buy 9,000, like 1,000 of all the parts. So, like, obviously, new torsos come out. The gargoyles have come out. They probably have a maximum of 10 that you can order in one time. So it allows us all to get them before someone buys 1,000 of them and there's none left.
Okay. Why am I not surprised?
But in North America, there are some situations where one wedge plate has a limit of 10 and the other one has a limit of 1,000 or 999. It's like,
so you're going to build asymmetric ships in Star Wars style.
Yeah. So, but
again, it's Lego being the control freak that they are. Because if Lego was a person, it would be surely be diagnosis with being a control freak and like obsessive control freak, and they're micromanaging again, saying, "Hey, you can't order this part for more than 10 of this part because we say so."
Yeah, I agree. Let's jump on, or let's move on because we should.
Rant over.
Rant ended for now. We can still rant later, but all right. New elementary articles. Some of the parts in the new sets that have been announced. This one being the botanical gift for purchase. I don't know why I made it so big. So recolors, not very many. Rare parts, a few.
That first part looked like a nipple.
It does, doesn't it? It's a variant of a previous. So this is a variant of a previous dome that wasn't this color. Yeah, this yeah. One, only one. It's only one of them in the set.
Yep.
It doesn't say. Anyway, and then a bunch of rare parts that are coming in this set as well. So not much in here. 7 elements which have been introduced in just 4 other sets. So this one's obviously gift for purchase.
They're mostly recolored. It's not like there's new parts or.
Yeah, there's no new parts. It's a gift for purchase.
And it's like rare colors, but what are you gonna do with all these?
Well, hey now.
I know. Matt is gonna hoard them. He's gonna sort them. Is he gonna build with them? We don't know, but
Matt will do a whole street in rare colors. So Matt
will have to wait till June before these parts are probably available anyhow. So let's continue on. The Mario Kart set, new parts that have been identified in this, like we said, was the mustache and the nose. The nose is actually kind of miniature.
Bulbous nose. The
bulbous nose, yes. So it's a 2x6-ish frame, but they're also saying that the lower part of the nose is thinner through here, so that it can fit, studs can fit underneath it. So it's not all the same shape all the way around. It's made to fit onto other bricks, at least.
It's a mustache overhang.
And then the nose, obviously.
There's a difference.
Which honestly is a weird shape. Like,
yeah.
I get that you had to do it that way, probably just because of the connection points and stuff. But
yeah,
what are they going to use that for in the future? Obviously, this color of piece and this shape will get used in a bunch of Blacktron or Bonktron mocks. If you don't know what that is, then you haven't been in AFOL long enough. But that's a different story. I don't know if you can Google Bongtron. Maybe you don't want to. Let me just do it off to the side here just to see if it's still a valid thing. BonkTron. Oops, did I just say it? Spell it out? No, I did not mean Bonitron. What's Bonitron? Images. Yeah, Bongtron is a thing. Google it. It was a thing in the early 2000s that one of our friends had we've had some friends that were part of getting that started, and let's just say it's dirty Lego. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Next up, there is a new tile as well. It's a 6x6 tile, rounded. Obviously, this one's printed, but hopefully we'll get a non-printed version at some point. And then a bunch of 10 different parts that they've found so far that can be recolored. Obviously, no one has this set in hand yet, or at least they haven't been allowed to announce the parts. But they're just basically the reddish brown pieces in his feet are all the new curves. There's a bunch of red pieces and light nougat pieces as well. That again recolors. Don't know if there's any other new parts that have been found in this set. But once the set gets officially reviewed, then we'll know. Maleficent and Cruella de Vil dress sets also have a bunch of new pieces. We've talked about a few of these parts before, mainly this one, yes. The nice new mold that I can't wait till June to get this one. Hopefully it'll be available by June.
But you'll only be able to buy 10. You'll only be allowed 10.
You know, a lot of new parts I only do buy about 10, maybe 20 if I need to. But
me too.
You know, unless I have a need to build something bigger, and maybe I will. And that going back to that 10 thing, maybe they'll raise it up after a few months to a bigger quantity. They're just trying to limit the quantity at first. Who knows, right? Dave's trying to make a.
Somebody knows.
Dave's holding up two Canadian $5 bills.
10.
You just got paid 10. Yep.
10.
Mm-hmm. 10.
Just order 10.
There you go. There's a couple of recolored animals as well.
$4 billion.
That you realize it's only worth about $7 Canadian or $6 or $7 American these days. I don't know what the math is. Some new printed tiles.
That is hard.
I was looking at Canadian hats today, and I noticed that the price in US dollars was lower, so I can only imagine that means the exchange rate is not great for Canada.
No, it's not.
And if you're going to order something like that,
we're not visiting the US anyhow, so
you got your elbows up.
We do.
We don't care.
I don't blame you.
And Matt, I don't want to add to that story, but Matt, if you are buying something, you might want to do it within the next 15 days from Canada, because after that it might get tariffed, right?
The hat that I want goes on sale tomorrow. I will be ordering tomorrow.
There you go. Okay, good. I've stopped caring about this set, so let's continue on.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, this was an interesting.
Yeah, that was a great article. I read that and I was like, oh, this is fun.
Oh, Me this too. Article?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say bookmark this. Go to New Elementary and bookmark this article, because and this is math I didn't know about years ago, but I totally forgot about. So this is an interesting little thing. Lego, as you know, can go on different angles, but there's some interesting math involving 2x plates that says that if you put studs on either of the corners, you can then rotate that piece on those same two studs. You can put another one at an angle, and you can work your way up. So you can build staircases technically, and those type of designs, like a spiral staircase. And the math works out because the length of, well, I don't know. The math just works. I'm not going to get into why. But it also works for larger plates.
I was told there would be no math on today's show.
Well, here we go. 2 times arctan A over B is what alpha equals. So
what about octan? 2 times octan.
2 times octan might get you somewhere. But yeah, it's just an interesting article. There's some like wedge plate angles here that you can achieve, which is going to be actually probably helpful for me with what I'm working on. But anyways, like I said, just some interesting techniques and plate usage designs that will be helpful in the future. And Lego has been using this for a while. What was that, Matt?
I went through and took screenshots of the new elementary Instagram where they had the photos because I just wanted to keep that in my phone to have it handy. Yeah. I was impressed and also felt stupid that I hadn't already figured this out on my own. But
yeah, I mean, I know that math exists, but I haven't really used it, right? So, so anyways, I'm leaving that one open temporarily. Okay, the new friend sets, some parts in here as well. Animals, the wool, arches. I think these are all recolors anyhow. Yeah.
Colors.
The ladder holder and the tile and lavender. Route elements of interest there's a few of them here. So unfortunately, it's like 4 different sets. So we're just going to scroll through and see if there's anything interesting. The teal bike. I'm just paging down now. There's new hat pieces that fit into the smallest pips of these parts. Different yarns, arches in some of the butter yellow color or the very light yellow, I think it's called, or bright light yellow.
The margarine color.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, we used to call it the butter color. But this Technic corner in tan, which is kind of nice. Scrolling down, the next set, the sunflowers as well. So to answer the new mold sunflowers, the only new mold in this set is the sunflower appearing here and multiple other January sets in yellow. So this is new as of January 1st.
Sunflower. I get to everything too much.
Lavender tiles and doors and things. Ladybugs.
You don't bring me flowers anymore.
I don't. Anyways, okay, that's it for that one. Jurassic World Rebirth sets. I believe there's a few parts that have been spotted on here. I'm not 100% sure. This could just be an article of... Yeah, this is actually just an article of the actual sets. And we'll just continue doing this because Dave's singing. I feel like I don't want to waste that. I'm not as annoyed this time.
This is the content our many viewers come for.
Especially Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne.
She's not.
If you're watching this 10 days
actually,
later.
she's already at work, so this will be like tomorrow or depends on how long it took her.
But like I said, we're good. We're like pizza. We're good the morning after.
Yeah, but if she's made it, if we're an hour 47 in, she's probably asleep already. So what we should do is to say, Yvonne, wake up. Yvonne, wake up. Anyway. And I think that's about it. The only other thing I saw was it looks like they're bringing in a spring, like a multi-box
battle pack.
Yeah, battle pack.
A unicorn
Walmart.
battle pack.
So basically offering 3 of the creator sets in one box.
That is a very fabulous unicorn. I'm fabulous.
Very much
it's
so.
a unicorn battle pack.
I think that was it.
I call it this. It's a unicorn battle pack for me.
We need a teal unicorn and a tan unicorn and a pale yellow unicorn.
It's got Technic in it. It's got a lot of Technic in it.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah. The tail.
Look at the tail, the skis.
Oh. Even the rotors. Well, I mean that makes sense. The 5 long Technic type piece.
Dave's gonna buy this the first day it comes out.
He is.
Yeah, it's a helicopter.
Well, I might because I actually like the Jurassic Park.
Duplo trains.
I do have most of the dinosaurs. So.
Do you really?
Yeah.
They changed the bridge design.
Ooh.
Did they? Did they?
I don't know. You're using the track, aren't you?
Well, I'm just looking at. I don't know if this is a print error over here, but it looks like there's a leg that comes down, whereas this one is solid.
Yeah, there's a link that Well, I think
this is more curved here.
Yeah.
Do the minifigs have 6?
Oh, just click on the
image?
maybe the parts list is in.
I don't know if. Oh, that's a good point. Let's click on here and just see. Parts.
Ooh.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of the parts yet.
Oh.
But more images. They'll definitely have more images. That's the one we saw.
Yeah.
Yep, they've changed.
Yeah, new part.
I might end up having to get the set because the top part doesn't have these arches that span out. Why are you laughing?
I'm just gonna go to the store and they're gonna say, "Is it for you? Are you one of your nephews?" Or no, it's for me.
No, I just order it online, then I don't have to go to the store. So the top part looks like it has supports coming out, and
it doesn't have
it's
to
a
feel
different shape
shaped.
here. So that's kind of neat. And like I said, the lower part, this was a pain in the butt. I never actually talked about this. Let me just quickly go to a regular screen here. Come on, mouse. So again, my mouse is on the other screen. This part drove me crazy because of the hex, the way the studs are. A regular straight track, it just goes straight, and it's the studs are recessed, or the anti studs, so you can put a plate across here, and it just locks in. It locks in beautifully.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. I start trying to do things here, and it's like the studs are right up against it. It's flush, and because they're not in a row, you can't go across anything.
Ouch.
So I've ended up the mold I created is basically just going around the very edge, and it's raised up just so I can. This will fit in. It gives it a little bit of structure, but it doesn't lock in nicely. It's just, it's there. It's locked in a bit. I can kind of pick it up, but it's center of gravity. It doesn't hold.
Loose. It's loose.
It's loose. So anyway, so I might actually pick up that bridge set.
It's holding on by fear.
And I'm guessing that they'll line up still okay, but also that bridge looks like, because it's missing this guy because they come out sideways.
Yep.
Huh. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the picture again, and then yeah, cool. How much is this set? Out of curiosity. Price. Piece. Oh, prices. I thought that said pieces.
11.
$50 Canadian. $50 Canadian. Have you ever heard of camel? No, I'm just joking. We've already talked about this, but guess what I'm doing? Well, where are we?
Yeah, you're not on Amazon.
Oh,
you need to be on Amazon.
Fine. I forgot about that. I just hit the button. Like, I want to go to Camel. There it is. Oh, $100.53. It's not listed as Legos. They don't have it as a Lego item yet.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, it's probably it's probably just been released, so that's why it's not.
Yeah, probably. To answer that question, released January 1st.
See, it's fairly new.
All right. Well, I have to keep my eye open for that. If anybody sees Duplo on sale, let me know. Duplo train bridges. Let's be more specific.
Alexa, put out an alert for Duplo Lego.
I think it's still working. Hold on. Listens, it knows it works still. I still have internet, which, again, internet was very slow. So I decided to just use my data for this. But anyways, yeah, we're almost at 2 hours. So shall we start off or start, closing this one off, I guess?
Land the ship.
Land the ship? Oh, well, Matt's got a ship to land. It's a totally different ship than what I was going to expect. And it's only half a ship. So, Matt, that ship's not going to float that well. Which is okay, because that ship never, kind of got stuck in the ice anyhow. So, but thank you, everybody, for coming out. We will be back next week. And hopefully have other things to talk about. What do you think of the gear on that, Dave? It's horrible, eh?
The gear on the Blacktron ship. No, I like it.
If you put it down, if you try to put it down on a slight angle though, it pushes the gear in.
Really?
Yeah, if you don't push it down, put it down flat, and you come in with a slight angle, I think one of the gear collapses because of the way it's designed. Try it. Try putting it down on an angle, like you're swooshing it, and you go to land it.
Okay. Smooshing it. No.
All right, fine.
No.
Anyways, we're gonna end it. I was wrong apparently.
Well, I do have the landing gear down, so it's not coming full down. So yeah.
So, all right. Thanks
try
everybody. We'll try it. Thanks everybody for coming out. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.
$4 billion.
That's all the money that we get in Canada these days, but that's a different story. All right, hit the button. See ya. Bye.